Okay, you can tell it's late summer, folks. A couple of reasons why. The sun's going down kind of early, but even more importantly, it's the Family Classics Car Show right here at the Orland Park Christian Reformed Church. This we kind of wait for every year because this is a one-night show, but there's so many things here, from touch-a-truck to different kind of vehicles to race cars to classics. It's all in this parking lot behind us, and it's only one time a year, and this is the 2018 version. Couldn't wait to get here tonight, and you hear some hot rods leaving already, pulling out on the street behind us. I don't know if any of you saw these distributed around, but this was last year's Best of Show winner, and this is the little advertisement for tonight's event, and we couldn't be happier to be here and got invited here, and we'll be bringing you detailed car coverage. Stand by. MotorsAGoGo.com, powered by ACVariety.com. Okay, like AC Variety and MotorsAGoGo.com, there's annual event goers here, and we caught up with a couple of them that are all excited. And your name, sir?
My name is Philip Shaftsman, and my wife is Rita.
Hi, how you doing today?
Good,
okay,
good.
so you guys, as we were talking off camera, they're kind of regular goers here. Do you go to Orland Park?
Yeah, we are.
We're
part
so
of
you are
the
Christian?
yes.
Okay,
are,
excellent.
right, yes.
Again, this is a good event. I know the food proceeds, I think, go to your preschool.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
And which is an excellent program,
Yeah.
folks. This is an excellent church. What can I say? But what do you think about the cars, the classics? and
I
stuff?
love them. I love to see some of these old cars and some of the new ones, and it's fun. And even some of the trucks look good out there.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I kind of like the old police cars. Do you have any favorites?
I was just
Well,
talking to the
yeah,
Orland
What do you
police.
like?
You were just kind of walking around and seeing what's new and different. I understand a lot of them are just repeats from last year. It's awesome, and it grows every year.
Yeah, and I was going to say there's other cruise night events happening this evening, but I would say you have the lion's share of cars. I know there's another one in Orland on 143rd going on as we speak.
Okay.
Hey guys, all the cars are here. All right.
I know.
That old Orland police car is so cool. It looks
Yeah,
like
I know.
The,
We're gonna
it's
go
from the
there.
old 50s.
Right. When I first walked up, I thought, what is that? Mayberry? Andy Griffin.
No, they asked us if we ever rode in the back seat.
Oh yeah, right.
As a kid, my neighbor had a car like that. I remember riding in the back seat.
Really?
The rubble seat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Old 27 Ford.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we're gonna want to hold you guys up anymore, but thanks for coming up and speaking with us. We love to talk with you.
It's just awesome.
Stay with us. We're gonna look at some cool cars, just like they said.
Well,
Awesome.
enjoy. Have a great evening.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice talking to you.
Come on, let's keep looking. Thanks for that.
Who didn't check that one? You like it? Honk the horn! Honk the horn! Honk the horn! Ah, yeah!
Never seen one full race like this. A Pontiac. So cool.
Yeah, there aren't too many out there.
Yeah. Okay, our cameraman, Dave Paninsky, owner and operator of AC Variety and MotorsAGoGo.com, caught up with a really cool 62 Tempest. Would this be a Le Mans or a Tempest or?
It's a Tempest Le Mans.
Okay, this is before they separated the two names and
yeah.
certain. And folks, I'm speaking with Rick, and your last name?
Waters.
Rick, tell us a little bit about this full race machine. I don't know where it's. I'm assuming that's a big block Chevy injected?
No,
or?
it's not. That's a Pontiac engine in there.
You gotta be kidding me.
No,
Wow.
I'm Pontiac pure through.
All the way through.
All the way through. So it's a 1962 Tempest.
Okay.
Le Mans. Came with a 4-cylinder. Now it doesn't have it. It's got a 500 cubic inch Pontiac engine in it from Kaufman. It's an aluminum block, aluminum heads.
Okay, so aluminum heads, but it can go all the way down with my eyes to the block.
Yeah, my son and I custom designed the intake manifold so it would fit under the hood.
Okay, yeah.
It does it. You see, I don't have any hood scoops
That's a
on
stock
the
hood,
hood.
yeah.
That is a fiberglass hood, but it's a stock hood.
Yeah, I mean,
So the car is all metal except the hood and the deck lid, and it's a full tube chassis designed to run 650s eventually.
Okay, I was just going to ask you what kind of ETs it is. Just looking at the car and
it's running 960s right now at about 142 miles an hour.
Okay.
The car is eventually going to have twin turbos on it, which will probably put it in the low 8s.
Okay. So, what kind of When you run this on a quarter mile, what's it feel like? What kind of a ride does it give you?
It's kind of like getting shot out of a cannon.
Yeah,
and the car has very good manners. Just
Okay.
goes straight. You can almost take your hands off the wheel. It doesn't take much input. Wherever you point it is where it goes.
Okay, which is going to be my next question. How does it come off the starting line, and then how's it on the top end as you're going across the finish line?
Well, it's very mild off the 60 foot's only about a 1.45.
Okay.
That's because it's really geared for twin turbos to do 180 miles an hour.
Gotcha.
So until we do that, it doesn't launch real hard. But as soon as you're done with the launch, it just keeps on pulling.
Wow.
So a lot of people will get out on me on the launch. They'll pull wheelies and get out on me, and then I drive right past them.
Okay. Anyhow, Rick, thanks a lot for stepping up, talking about this car. It's different, but yet it's recognizable. It's definitely a heartthrob from back in the day, and what you've done with it, all genuine Pontiac. My hat's off to you.
Well, thank you.
Really.
Thank you very much.
Anyhow, best of luck every time you race it and you show the car. Let me grab a hand there, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Guys, wait for the camera.
You gotta be in bed by 9.
Okay, there's some cool cars here this year, beyond telling, right here at the Orland Park Christian Reformed Church, the annual show here, Family Classics Auto Show, but none other better than this beautiful, you're looking right now at some beautiful gold leaf lettering, RJW Builders Custom Homes, and I think we have the owner with us right now, and your name, sir?
The name is Rich Walls,
Rich.
better known as Walski if you look at the door
Okay.
name on there.
This is considered what, a panel wagon, or what's it
Well, it's a
correctly
sedan
called?
delivery.
Sedan delivery, okay.
Yeah, they're utility vehicles.
Is it safe to assume that you don't deliver building materials on the job with this?
I could, but I won't.
I'm glad to hear that. I don't know where to start. Seeing our cameraman's in the front there, can we start talking about that? That's a 348 with 3 deuces on it.
348, 3 deuces, 4-speed,
Okay.
a Muncie.
Okay, now was that offered in 60? Is that?
Well, they started putting the 348 cubic inch, like the 409s,
Sure, yeah.
in the cars in 58.
Okay.
And of course, really a utility vehicle like this had a 6-cylinder.
Oh, sure, yeah.
3 on the tree.
Yeah, you got
had
it.
a single bucket seat and nothing else. Probably
Yeah,
had no trim
bare
on
bones,
it.
yeah.
Bare bones is right.
And so then we have what you have there with the 3 deuces. Is that a? We're not. Well, we could walk up there, but let's take a quick walk up there. I was interested in the manifold. Is that a factory manifold, or was that an aftermarket? Or?
Yeah. And it's when you look at the numbers on the block, it's actually a 58 block.
Okay.
And it. And you're talking about the intake or exhaust?
Well, intake. It's aluminum, so it appears to be aluminum.
Well, no, it's cast, but it's
You had me fooled, buddy. You
Well,
really,
it's not aluminum because it has a, the casting.
Yes, I see it now. Okay.
Right.
Okay, but it's nice to do it in that finish like that. But you were mentioning
Well,
heads
what's
or
really
exhaust.
honest, but I got to be honest about
Oh, yeah,
this.
go for it.
I had the opportunity to buy this engine
Okay.
from Kevin Flondor
All right.
over at Bump and Grind
All right.
over in Homer Glen.
Right. I remember. I've
And
seen that.
We all know
shop
him.
before.
We're
Yeah.
all part of that group of whatever you want to call us, the old street rodder guys, But he had the engine for a 58 Impala he was building for himself.
Okay.
There was something wrong with when they put it in. They had the car all done, put the engine in, and something with the oil wasn't working right. So he says, "I'll screw it." So he put a 427 in. He had this thing that had to go through it
Okay. To
and
see
get
what
it done. Now he's got a done engine, and I thought this would be perfect for this car.
You got that right.
Yeah, more or less, period, correct? And so I bought it off of Kevin. Put it
Yeah.
in. I'm having fun with it right
I
now.
was just gonna say this is like not only fun to show but fun to drive. I got to ask you, as long as you're here and we got the cameraman here, the interior. Obviously, it's a redo, but like a houndstooth check, or what would you call that?
It was like preying on the way it was back then.
Okay,
Yeah, in
okay,
the
that's what I'm
60s,
trying.
you could have had the houndstooth.
Yeah.
This is actually custom done. It's not a regular.
Okay, but it looks very period correct. You
That's
know?
right. That's
yeah.
why we did
I mean,
it
that's
that way. you
adds
know?
to it. You know.
And a few things you make changes. Put a tilt column in from
Okay.
Where is that in Michigan? Anyway, then I put the reproduction.
Saginaw or something, or
No, the people that built the tilt columns and stuff.
God, it'll come to me in a minute too.
Me
It's
too.
right. Okay, okay.
Met these people years ago at
Sure,
the street
sure.
rod events. Anyway, then they reproduced the old 17-inch standard wheel
Okay.
in a 15. You know.
Yes, and I noticed it's quite smaller than.
And
yeah.
and it's like what
Kind of
they
looks
had.
cool though.
Yeah, and it's like in the Impalas and stuff. So
Quick-
I like that a lot.
Quick thing, I was looking underneath the dash, and our cameraman's there right now. Were those louvers for a factory installed air? On,
Well,
lower that
I
dash?
put vintage air into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
okay.
can see the
Yeah, I didn't.
fans in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's
okay.
obviously so.
You're ready with that aluminum radiator and the dual fans. You're ready for. You're gonna cool it down. You know.
We need to.
Okay. And last question before I let you go. The tailgate that's uplifted like that, is that window in the tailgate fixed, or will that go down, or
won't
is
open,
it?
no.
Okay, so that's strictly a
This is-
one-piece lifter.
Yeah, this
Again, utility, right?
It's
Is
a
that-
utility vehicle.
Okay.
That back door is considered a gate. See it? And
Okay,
they gave
okay.
you nice access.
a nice full cargo
So if
area
you
to
have
come
a
into.
Security, you know, the telephone company used to have these with guys
I would
running
imagine,
around.
yeah.
All sorts of service vehicles would have,
And-
service people.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention too. The paint job is beautiful with the two shades of olive, and it just sets it off real well.
Well, that's because I got friends around me that really know what they're doing. and the guy who says a big part of this, he owns the El Camino there.
Okay, okay.
He said to me, they call me Walski. My last name is Wals, W-A-L-S.
Okay.
But they always call me
Little
Walski.
ski on the end there.
So their names are all end in ski too, like
Okay.
Nordski,
Honorary.
Stromski, and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I got
Anyway,
you.
to make a long story short, he said to me, he says, and he gave me sample class. Him and Dennis were thinking about what color this car should be.
Sure.
And I
Given the
said-
body
and I'm
lines
looking
and
at it.
everything?
Yeah, I said to him, I said, I just don't know.
Yeah.
For sure. And he didn't keep on me, but he was persistent eventually. And he says, well, like he said one time before with my 672 Chevy Cheyenne pickup truck.
Okay.
He says, trust me.
All right.
And then you can look at a guy in his eye
And say, trust me.
and you say, trust me.
Okay.
You know you can trust. And I said, you know what? I know you know what you're doing. Hey, let's go with your thoughts.
Yeah.
They wanted to do it this car.
I'll tell you, you made some excellent choices with this car. You trusted the right people, and you
Well,
had
yeah.
your own ideas. So
But mostly, you know, it's consortium of all of
Sure,
us. You know?
sure.
And
at this point, I'm going to grab a hand and congratulate you. And
What's your name?
Jim.
Jim?
And that's Dave. He owns AC Variety,
hi, Dave.
and he's also a ski. Dave Paninsky.
Well,
So,
I'm not actually a
he's
ski.
not actually. He's an honorary ski. You know, but that's good.
I consider it an art. They even
Anyhow.
screwed around with my plate on my Corvette. I have a 66. I bought brand new at 65.
Okay. Okay.
And my plate is WALS. And when we screwed around with that and we redid a whole body off on it years ago,
Yeah.
they put a KI on my plate, a pinstripe. So I've been known as Walski ever since.
You just can't shake it, can you?
Oh, it's on the door over
Yeah.
there. They printed it on the door.
All right. Well, again, thanks for coming up and speaking with us. I'm going to grab a hand again. Jim.
Jim.
Okay.
I thought it was. I didn't want to be.
Okay, stay with us. We're going to have Dave's going to look around and with that camera, and we're going to pick up on some really cool cars.
And our last trophy for the evening is the Pastor's Choice. Ron Meyer with your 54 Mercury Monterey. Congratulations. Come on down by the DJ booth here to receive your trophy. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a beautiful night. We're grateful that you're here. Hope you enjoyed the night and the food and the fellowship. And we hope to see you next year. Thanks, everybody. Stick around, enjoy the night a little longer, and have a little bit more dessert. Thanks.
no problem.
Thank you.
Fortunately, the hose was long enough.
I got an Oldsmobile I carry to us.
Oh, okay.
I should
Been
say
there,
a
done-
Ford, but I've done
All
that.
right, been there,
How you
done
doing?
that, huh?
This is a bad moment. Don't get
Right now, our cameraman is on a beautiful, beautiful 53 Buick Skylark. I don't know where to start. This ragtop is magnificent from front to back, and I got the owner next to me, and we're going to find out who he is. And your name, sir?
My name's Joe.
Joe, let me ask you a couple of quick questions. Now, we mentioned off camera, this car's been in your family for how long?
Since 1964, we purchased the car.
Wow.
We bought the car from an ad in Motor Trend, and the car was in New York.
Really?
And
Okay.
the fella was retiring, moving to Florida, needed to sell the car. We made a deal, sight on scene, that if I came down and paid $1,200 for the car, which was the price at that time, if the
Sure.
car wasn't perfect like he said, that he would pay my way both there and back.
Wow.
So the next day I drove it home. From where were we, hon, in New York? Rochester, New York.
Okay.
So came back the next
Must have been
day.
an interesting ride back home.
drove like a
You-
dream.
Oh, it looks like a
Drove
dream.
like a dream.
Now I got to ask you real fast: is that a factory installed Continental deck?
The Skylarks were, none of them were factory installed, but there were about 50 out of the 1,600 and some that were dealer kits that came from the
Okay.
factory.
Okay, because
So they could be ordered that. Yeah, they could be ordered that way. So it was designed by the factory.
Okay.
You know, a 53 Skylark is a cut-down Roadmaster that Buick made for the 50th anniversary.
Okay, didn't realize that. I always thought the Skylark, I knew it was a cut-down Roadmaster, but I thought it was more of a performance sporty package.
No,
you know?
it was the following year, in 1954, they built it on the special body.
Okay.
And they had the nail head engine, which had 200 and some odd horsepower. And the 53 was built on the Roadmaster body, so it's massive. It's really beautiful, but
Yes.
all custom. Everything's cut down, the windshield, the wheel wells. It's got Kelsey Hayes wheels on it.
Wow.
Leather interior, all power steering, power brakes, power windows, power seats, and they're all hydraulically operated.
Engineering before its time on that too. I might add or ask, what kind of power plant do you have in there? Is that a straight 8 or is that something else?
The first V8.
The first V8.
The first
Excellent.
V8. It's called the nail head, and at 220 horsepower.
Okay.
321 cubic inches.
Wow.
And it has Dynaflow.
Okay, that's the famous trans, right?
But the difference in the Skylark, since it was their sports car, is it was a 2-speed Dynaflow, which they call variable speed, variable pitched, while the standard only had the 1-speed.
Okay.
But it still is not real quick.
Yeah. No, but it's probably very smooth accelerating.
Oh,
and cruising.
it is a cruiser. It
I
just
bet.
drives beautifully.
So do you and your wife get to show this car often, or?
We like to go to cruise nights or some of the church outings and that.
Sure.
We've had it at the World of Wheels a couple of years ago. They wanted to show a Skylark, and we've done things like that. But it's mainly for our own use to go get hamburgers and hot dogs and drive the grandkids around.
Enjoy it, right? Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure the grandkids love it, and great grandkids, and everybody, you know.
Oh, it's
if
fun.
there's any, so.
It's a fun car.
Well, one thing before I walk away, I noticed you have the Mother Road Route 66 hat on, and I'm a fan of Route 66. Used to be part of the Illinois membership of the Illinois Route 66 Association. Do you have any affiliation with 66? or-
Actually, no. What we do is we love just driving as much of it as we can. We enjoy going out to Pontiac, and there's a few of the small towns we enjoy going to the antique places
I was
and
just
things
going to
like
say
that.
I like going to Odell.
Yeah, Odell
And,
is
at
great.
Stop at the gas station, and the
Yes.
state, it's a national monument now, and then have something to eat in town, and it's a nice.
Some of the
it's a
nice old restaurants too.
Yeah.
And we belong to the Lamont Car Club, and the
Excellent.
club has gone up there a couple of times in the
Okay.
last few
I bet
years,
that's
taking
fun. Yeah.
a crew up there, and then going to the Pontiac Museum.
Sure. Anyhow, at this point, I'm going to grab a hand and say thank you so much
Sure,
for
enjoy
coming up and
talking with
and,
you.
A
My
treasure.
lovely wife Anna here.
We're gonna swing on her real fast, and Anna's gonna wave to the camera. I'm
she's
sure
the-
she's gonna love this, right?
She's the smart one of the family too. So.
Okay, you heard that? You're the smart one of the family, so
And the
you know,
good
right? It's all good now. Thanks again, folks,
Sure.
and enjoy your evening.
Have a good one, kids. Take care.
can I talk to you? Sure. Okay, I don't know if we're getting ready to go on vacation or what here.
Yeah, we just got back from the lake house, so you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you came right off the road right to the
we left,
Family Classics car show. Here.
Exactly. We left Sisters Lakes on Sunday, and it took us a while to get here, but we finally made it.
Okay, I can see that you have your wood skis up on
Yes,
there.
sir.
And the cooler and the luggage.
And the luggage.
And what is that? The license plate is from where there?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It's a
That's what I
Hawaiian,
thought. That's what I thought.
Hawaiian
That's what I
license
thought.
plate.
Wasn't
For
sure.
fun.
Yeah, why not? You know, why not?
Exactly.
I got to ask, how long have you owned this Beetle? I'm going to guess, is this a 73 or 72?
Correct. 72 Super Beetle with the auto stick. No clutch.
Oh.
No clutch pedal.
Yes. It's funny.
Unfortunately.
Yes. That was a fun car to drive, though. I had, in college, I had a friend of mine that had an orange one.
Yeah,
like
nice.
that.
The burnt orange.
Yes.
That's the favorite
yes.
color.
And then he got into a bit of a fender bender, and you're going to remember what I'm about to say. And when he had the body shop work on it, and he thought, you know, I'm not going to put that stock hood back on it. I'm going to put a Rolls Royce front end on it,
gotcha.
fiberglass.
Cool.
Do you remember there was an aftermarket thing?
Oh yeah.
And everybody was like all about like, where did you get that front end? Because it had the chrome grille on it, which was razor sharp if you stuck your finger in there. But anyhow, I always loved that car. Now, what do you think of that transmission? I think it was before its time, really.
I think definitely. I tell people about it, and they're like, in 72?
How does it work and stuff like that? Yeah.
Bottom line, I just say it's an electric clutch.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But all my cars that I've been driving ever since I've remembered, even my 2018 Volkswagen is this transmission is a manual transmission.
Okay.
So not having a manual transmission is kind of a bummer, but it's a rare item, I guess.
It's funny, I had some friends of mine that traveled to Europe, and they went to rent a car, and of course, Americans have to have automatic transmissions.
Not
well,
there.
90% of the
Right.
Every I don't care if
That's
it's
why
a
I love
Fiat, I don't care who the manufacturer is. It's you just learn to drive manual transmission from the get-go.
Right.
Which I enjoy driving a manual transmission. Obviously, you do too.
Right.
I'll give you an example. Both of my kids, neither of them know how to drive a stick.
No.
And I went through driver's ed and the whole bit, and I know the rest of their lives they're going to have a manual, or automatic.
Of course. In my cars, again, I got a 2018 Volkswagen Alltrack.
Okay.
And I'll pull it in to get like the tires looked at or whatever.
Sure.
And the kid will come out to pull it in, and he jumps right back out, and the old guy will come in and drive it in. So.
Anyway,
it's a lot of fun.
I was going to say it looks great. We were looking at the engine when we first came walking up, and everything is so immaculately clean.
I got it in October of last year with 18,000 original miles.
Oh my God! How did you ever find that?
I saw it in 2007, and I know the guy who owned it.
Okay.
And I just kind of kept in touch with him, and then finally I had a little cash, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll sell it."
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you made a wise purchase and a wise investment.
So.
I might add. So,
I agree.
And the way you show it right now with the
First
roof
time.
rack, and it just has that flavor of
cool.
Let's travel in my Beetle.
Right
you know
on.
what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking for a surfboard, of course. But just being the Midwest, I think the skis will. Do just fine.
I can see. I can't tell. Is there a fin on the bottom? Those are water skis, right?
They're water skis. Yeah. Old school water skis.
Okay, I'll say no kidding. But anyhow, at this point, I'm going to grab a hand and congratulate you on the best Super Beetle I have ever seen.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
How do you drive it? Well, don't push the pedal. Don't. You can only drive it. You gotta wait till the engine's on. But we have problems, so we can't turn it on. We've already tried today, so. But we're doing good. Careful. All right, grab the green button. Oh, your mom's gonna pick you up. That's even better.
Is that cool?
Where's all the candy for?
Where's Grandma?
Yeah. Okay. So got up here kind of late. How's Millie? I know she had the surgery in July.
I know, but you might get it caught on your leg. Thank you very much.
Okay, it's nice. You come to a car show and you also see some racing families. I mean, something for everyone. And I was really impressed with this Pontiac. I'm not going to call it a Trans Am, but I will call it a Firebird. Yes. And the owner's right here with me. And your name, sir?
Keith Dolbeer.
Keith, kind of tell me a little bit about this. What's it called? Pro stock or stock?
It would be it's a ET bracket car for Joliet.
Okay.
And we run in a class called Super Pro, meaning we
Super
get to run
Pro.
a computer in the car.
Okay. Okay. Now that means you got to stay within a certain miles per hour ET range.
We have to predict our run.
Okay.
So it's a game of consistency.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the power plant. What do you have underneath the hood there?
It's currently a 470-inch big block Chevy.
Okay.
Makes about 750 horsepower.
Okay.
And in decent air, it runs in the 930 zone. ET.
That's traveling. That is so cool. Let me ask you this: given I assume you have a lot of modifications to the chassis, perhaps the tube chassis.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is a tube chassis car.
Okay. How does it leave the starting line, and how's it on the top end?
It leaves pretty hard.
Okay.
Wheels are up in the air. It's on the bars. I get about 6 inches of
air
off the ground. Yeah, in front, and then it sets it down in about 20 feet, and then it goes nice and straight from there.
Oh, good. I was going to say, because some of them are, you can see you run sometimes when they're, it's a job to handle them.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. There's days when they could be a handful, but
okay.
When the track is good, yeah, it goes right down there. Real
I
nice.
kind of like the idea of the flat black, but then are you planning something in the future?
We will eventually. Actually, the funny part is this winter I had planned on painting it, but then my daughter's love for racing, which is as much as mine.
Okay.
Well, the money went to a junior dragster instead of my paint job. So
no, and a junior dragster. A lot of people think, oh yeah, 1-2 bang boom, we can get into that, but when you start and look at everything, trailers and how to get to and from the track,
they're pretty sophisticated. Yeah, thankfully, I had to do some rearranging, and we can get them both in the trailer.
Okay, that's good.
It's
that's
tight,
good.
so we can go out and, like you said, as a family and both together instead of different days.
Hey, there's a lot of racing families, especially out of Route 66.
It is, and it's a great environment out there. Everybody knows everybody. Yes. Everybody's family.
Yes, I hear you.
Yes.
And looking down the car, I noticed on the air intake on the hood, you have Wentworth tires. Is that a sponsor or friend?
Yes, they were wonderful enough to sponsor me the last 2 years.
Okay.
They're helping me out with tires because that's their gig.
Yeah,
They take care of me. I've been working for 20 years. They've been great to me.
Okay.
And we're going to keep on going. That's why we're out here today, because this is their home church.
Yes.
We thought we'd have a little fun and put the name out there.
Sure, you got it.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we're going to be talking to this gentleman's daughter, and who's just made her start in junior drags.
Yep, she's going to start this again just in a few weeks here, actually.
Okay.
Yep.
And you can see the enthusiasm. We talked to her off camera already. The enthusiasm level is off the charts.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the energy is unmeasurable.
Okay, so we're going to take 5. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, we often cover junior drags out of Route 66 Dragway, but we just found an up-and-coming driver, and she's been showing her dragster here and letting kids and other interested people sit in it and kind of tell them about it. We finally caught up with Katie. Katie, what's your last name?
My last name is Dolbeer.
Okay, Katie, kind of tell me, I know you're from a racing family, Dad races, but how long have you been interested in drag racing?
Since I was born. My dad has a friend, his name's Chris Reister,
okay.
And he drives at NHRA, and he has a faster car than my dad. My dad started going with him, and I've been going out to the track ever since I was 2.
Okay.
And ever since I can remember, I've wanted a junior dragster, and a week ago, my dream came true.
Wow.
And so we go over to my dad's house, and my dad said, "Oh, come look at this Camaro." Well, my eyes fall on the junior dragster that's sitting in the driveway, and I couldn't take my eyes off it, and then my dad says, "Do you want it?" And I can't even explain how I was feeling.
Yeah. And that's how he had bought it at that point, or was it a surprise, or did he say, "I'm going to get it for you"? Huh?
He already bought it.
Wow.
And so he was surprising me with it.
Wow. I'm feeling it in here, folks. I don't know if you are at home, but so what are your plans now that you're a race car owner, and a part of a racing team with your dad?
My plans are to just really have fun, because a lot of kids started when they were 8, and I'm
Right.
starting at the age of 13, so
Right.
they're way ahead of me already.
Right.
So I'm just gonna try and do my best, have fun, and then go to Indianapolis, which is my goal, and win a Wally.
I got to hand it to you. She's got her head together in which way she wants to go. Now, a couple of things. I know from covering junior drags, the Route 66. You guys go 1/8 of a mile. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you're right around 80 miles an hour on the top end.
Yes.
Okay. Have you had, in this particular race car, have you had any seat time yet?
I have not, but in 2 weekends we're gonna go out to a test and tune and feel for the car because I got this a week ago and all I have done is sat in the car and stared at the TV and watched NHRA. I haven't even driven the thing down the driveway yet.
Okay, your seat time it'll come fast for you. I can tell because your spirit and your direction is that way. But before I let you go, tell us a little bit about the safety equipment. I know you have a roll cage there that you sit in.
I do have
your own personal safety equipment. What do you have to wear when you race?
I have to wear a helmet that is secured around my head. I also have to wear a neck brace so my head doesn't.
Like a collar around your neck?
A very big collar.
Okay.
I have to wear fire gloves, and I have a fire suit on, so in case the car gets on fire, I am not dead.
Sure.
I guess.
Right,
yeah, or burnt.
You'll get away from those flames.
Yeah, and then I also have a pair of safety belts on me. 2 of them come from my shoulder and then around me, and so I'm buckled into the car, and they're not very easy, but I need to get out of them very fast in case of a fire.
Get out. Yeah.
And then I have to wear arm restraints, so if I tumble over and roll over, my arms don't get out of the car.
Okay,
and
you got yourself together. Anything more?
I think if I go faster than 80 miles an hour, I have to wear a head restraint that keeps my head in the vehicle.
Okay.
That's all I know of.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, I have to say the division you're going into, junior drags, it's like one big family, and I know that they're going to welcome you open-armed because they're like that with other competitors. So I look forward to, and so does AC Variety and motorsagogo.com. That's other websites that Dave here owns, that owns AC Variety. We look forward to seeing you next season. I'm sure we will, and we're going to talk to you again trackside, okay?
Right.
Starting in 2019. At this point, Katie, let me grab a hand, girl. Congratulations and best of luck when you show and race this car. Okay, we're going to wrap things up right here at the car show, the Family Classic. Hey, I hope everyone had a good time tonight. We certainly did. I wish we would have had more time this evening. There was so many people to talk to, so many cars to see. There never really is enough time. But that's the fun of motorsagogo.com and powered by AC Variety. We get to come back another time and talk to some people that we didn't talk to the previous time. And when it comes to the family of racing and custom cars and classic cars and all of that, it's like one big happy family. And to put that all underneath the awning of Orland Park Christian Reformed Church, the once a year event that they do, it's just the right thing. The proceeds help the church and a bunch of the fellowship between the car enthusiasts. It all is a win-win situation. So anyhow, on behalf of David Paninsky, the owner and operator of AC Variety, and myself, Jim Alleruzzo, I want to thank you so much for watching. And we always like to hear from you, and we're always thrilled to death every time we hear and get the plentiful positive comments that we get, especially on our automobile coverage and also on our rock band and pop rock band coverage of various festivals. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye now.